Previously on One Life to Live.
Todd Manning gave away his own baby.
I told you that I would be here for you.
What about Christian?
If he didn't love Seth so much, losing him wouldn't hurt so much.
What was Nora doing at Troy's?
She went over there to warn him about me.
Make sure you're at that gallery tonight, because something big is gonna happen.
Jessica. Surprise. What are you guys doing here? I was invited, and I invited Seth. Oh, like a date?
Yeah. What about you? What are you doing here?
My mother invited me. She did?
Yes, Jesse, I did.
Is everybody comfy? Anybody need to powder their noses, pour themselves a drink? No? Well, all right. Let's get this party started. Is everybody comfy? I said... Is everybody comfy?
I was pretending to be Colin. Gonna get Lindsay to confess.
First, I want to share with you all a little secret. It's a secret about a woman. A very, very special woman. A woman that I can't keep secret anymore.
How's Al doing?
Pretty much the same. He still can't walk.
What's the word on that?
He probably never will. And it's my fault.
No, Jen, it's not your fault. And I already told you that. Okay, if it's anybody's fault, it's mine. I'm the one he was fighting when he fell.
And the reason you were fighting is because of me.
Look, blaming yourself is not going to change anything.
That's true. That's why what matters now is me making it up to Al.
What is that supposed to mean?
If you want to press charges against Christian, Al, believe me,
Dad.
I'm there. You just say the word, and we will have that hothead locked up for a long, long time for what he did to you.
Okay? I haven't changed my mind.
He's the reason you're paralyzed.
I don't care.
Well, I do.
Listen, I don't want you filing any criminal charges. I don't want you filing a civil suit, and I sure as hell don't want you dealing with this guy on your own.
Then what do you want me to do?
You're the sole owner at Break Bar, right?
Yeah?
I want you to make sure he keeps his job, no matter what.
Well, you can file that under fat chance.
Oh, please, Dad. I don't want the guy to be left with nothing. I want him to have something in his life after he doesn't have Jen anymore.
In a second. Gabrielle? Did you lose your keys again?
I assume that means the miserable wretch isn't here.
Gabrielle is out, yes.
You do yourself a favor, Bo. Change all the locks in here before she gets back.
Thanks for the advice.
I mean it, son. Get rid of that money-grabbing witch before you get hurt.
Is that all?
What? Oh, no, hell no. I have some great news for you.
Miss me?
Hey, how's the baby?
What are you doing here, Vickers?
I just came to see an old friend who seems to be living in my old home.
You sure you're supposed to be here in the States? Should I call the feds?
They got bigger fish to fry these days.
I'm sure there's someone there who must be interested.
Oh, I wouldn't count on that. You see, Todd, my legal troubles have cleared up.
Really? Since when?
Well, since I cut a deal with the IRS. You happy for me?
What do you want?
Guess.
I'm not giving you another cent. Well, suit yourself. I guess I'll just have to tell Blair that you gave me her baby to sell to the highest bidder. You remember that baby, the one that you told her was dead. Get over yourself, Vickers. We both know that I got Blair's baby back from Buck. We also both know that it wasn't just Blair's baby. It was yours, too. So what? So the father wasn't just some other guy that Blair had a baby with. It was you, and you messed up big time when you gave that baby away. You think I don't know that? Oh, I know you know that, but I don't think Blair knows that. And that's why you're going to keep paying. Lucky me. No, that's where you're wrong. You see, Blair knows everything because I told her everything. Now you need to get out of your old home. So you told Blair you were so jealous that she had a baby with another guy that you gave it away? Yes. And that you let her go crazy with grief, thinking that it was dead. What part of that do you not understand? You told her all that. Yes. Look, Vicky says that the key to a good marriage is not having secrets. I say if there's no secrets, then you eliminate the possibility of blackmail. Either way, you need to go now. Find yourself another pigeon. So you actually told Blair that you lied to her about her baby being dead in Mexico? Yes. Am I speaking English? I think I'm gonna have to hear this from you in plain English. I told Blair everything. Now she knows everything. Now our son is just our son. And we're one big happy family, and everybody's gonna live happily ever after, except for you, because you're going away. Goodbye, Vickers. And Blair's okay with that, huh? That's what she says.
David Vickers? What are you doing here?
Yes, Jessica. Vicky wants me here, like I said. She didn't know you were coming.
Natalie's right. I did not know that you were coming here. But, honey, I'm very happy that you are here. In fact, I'm happy that both my daughters are here.
Maybe I should go.
No. Stay.
This isn't doing anyone any good.
You have every right to be here. I invited you. You're my date, whether anyone likes it or not.
I just don't want to cause any problems.
Seth, Jessica's quite right, okay? We all have the right to be here. So we're going to have to practice a little tolerance and try and figure out a way that we can all be here together.
I'd like to thank a very beautiful woman. A woman who's not only helped me prove myself to the citizens of Lambview, but who's dedicated to helping me right my brother's wrongs. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Rappaport.
Thank you, really. Thank you so much. And thank you for your warm words and for trusting me with something as precious to you as this fundraiser for your clinic.
Oh, well, actually, it's our clinic. It's all of our clinic.
I'm really most appreciative of you all coming to this incredible event tonight. I don't know if you're aware, but I have done many fundraisers for different causes back in Chicago. But I have to say that there has never been one as special as this, because there's never been one that's had a man that's as special and committed to a cause as Dr. Troy MacGyver is. He has actually taken an idea that was talked about in this town for years, a free clinic, and he's taken the money that his late brother has left him and turned it over and started the funding to make it a reality. Because he knew that if he could just make this clinic a reality, that the rest of you would step up to the plate and be sure that it stayed up and running. And you have. You have by your generous donations. And also by your bidding tonight on all this wonderful artwork. So, thank you. I think Dr. MacGyver has more than made up for his brother's wrongs.
Well, not yet, but I think I'm getting closer. Again, thank you, everyone, for coming tonight. And now, please, enjoy the party. All right.
What's that all about?
Just thanking everyone for coming tonight.
Including the mimic of Kama? Why were you doing that?
That's pretty good, huh?
You're not going to get Lindsay to confess by pretending to be Kama.
You just wait and see, counselor. Wait and see.
A lot must have happened while Jen was in here.
Yeah, I guess it did.
What exactly did she say?
She promised to stay with me. To be with me, to be mine.
Jen, I just want to see my son recover.
Me too. I'll do anything I can to help him.
Good, because right now, he needs something to live for. And you are the only thing in this world that seems to matter to him. Well, no one deserves Jen more than you do, Al.
Oh, that's not true. I don't deserve Jen at all, but I'm going to. You know, I'm going to be so good to her. She's not going to regret this decision.
What made her change her mind?
What are you getting at?
Did Christian break up with her because he found out about the two of you being together?
Nope. Christian didn't break up with her. She broke up with him to be with me.
Then you're okay with that?
Am I okay with that? What kind of question is that? I get the girl of my dreams. Why aren't you happy?
I owe it to him to make his life a little better. To make what happened to him seem a little less unfair.
That's not your responsibility,
Yes, it
Jen.
is.
Why? Why? Because we were fighting over you when he fell?
Yes, and because of all the other selfish things I did before he fell. I ran to him when you broke up with me. I made him think that he and I were going to be a couple.
Jen, come on. Al knew that you were not over me.
Did he?
Well, yeah, he should have.
How about how I made him feel when I told him we could just be friends?
You were being honest.
No, I was ignoring how miserable he was to save my own guilt. That's not being honest. It's not being a friend.
Jen, really, you need to cut yourself some slack
I'm
on this.
trying, Chris. I'm trying. But it's not working. All I can think of to do is to put myself second and to try to make things a little better for Al.
I heard you tell him you're not leaving him.
Yeah.
So what does that mean for us?
We can't be together anymore.
You're leaving me for Al because you feel guilty?
Don't make this any harder than
Oh, come on, Jen. How could this be any harder?
We can't live together. We can't be together like we were before.
Well, maybe not exactly the way we were before, but somehow.
No.
There's got to be, Jen. There's got to be a way we can make this work.
How? How can we just happily go on with our lives when it's our fault that Al's paralyzed?
Well, I don't know, but there's got to be a way, Jennifer.
I can't stop thinking about him.
Well, how do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? I'm the one that pushed the guy.
That's why we can't be together. There is no other way.
There has to be a way.
Well, there isn't. We just have to end it.
But I love you. And you love me. Don't you?
Of course I'm happy for you.
Really? You could have fooled me.
Al, I have not heard you this upbeat since the accident.
Well, maybe because I haven't been. Listen, I finally have a reason to live.
You've always had a reason to live, Al.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't the same. Now, Jen, she promised to be with me forever. Do you know what that means?
I hope so.
I mean, she's everything, Dad. Everything that I ever wanted. She's so incredible, you know? Very, very amazing. And drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah, she is.
And when she looks at me, I feel like I can do anything. I feel like I can get better.
You are going to get better, Al.
This afternoon, it hit me. I might never walk again.
Al, no, don't say that.
Why? It's the truth. But with Jen by my side, I'm telling you, Dad, I will. I'm gonna walk again. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it's gonna happen.
I never doubted it for a minute.
Everything's gonna be fine. Now that I have Jen with me, everything's gonna be great. I know it.
Al, I don't want to see you get hurt again.
Dad, she's not gonna hurt me. She promised that she was gonna stay with me.
I know. I know, Al, but just because she promised to be with you, it doesn't mean she loves you.
Okay, I'll bite. What's the great news?
Well, it might not be great news to you, but I'm paying all of Al's hospital bills. What do you think of that?
I think it's the least you can do. You adopted him.
Is that it? It doesn't mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means that you're trying to buy back everybody's love. Good luck.
I'll get everybody back. And everything.
I think the court will decide that at your hearing next week.
Nigel will never testify against me. Without him, you have no case. The worst I'm looking at is a fine and a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, okay, Ace. If that's everything...
I am not Asa. I am your pa.
No, you see, my pa died on St. Blaise's Island after he made fools out of everybody that loves him.
I don't mind if Seth and Jessica stay. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but if they have a problem with me, then I'm happy to leave.
No, stay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
There, good.
Okay, why don't we go look at some art?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Fine.
You sure? Earlier this evening, you were very upset that Seth was with Jessica.
You know, I realize that you're right. It's gonna take me a long time to get over Seth, and I'm just happy to know that you care about me.
Then I'm very happy that I told you. Are you sure you're all right, Natalie?
Yeah, I'm fine. You know, you better get back in there. Ben's gonna send out a search party for you.
So from what I hear, Troy's not the only one working his tail up to get this clinic up and running.
Well, it's his baby. Listen, I just tried to help out.
Oh, come on, Larry Wallach. You are so modest.
No, I doubt that. Anyway, now that it's a reality, I'd like you to be there as a doctor.
Well, you're forgetting one minor detail. I don't have a license to practice medicine.
Well, that's just because of those charges, those trumped-up charges that Asa brought against you.
Trumped up or real, you still need a license.
We can have it reinstated.
If that's what you want.
Is it?
I'm not sure.
Well, think about it.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I don't miss is that.
Yeah.
If you'll excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, fine. Thanks. I gotta go. It's an emergency at the hospital.
It isn't about Al Buchanan, is it?
No. Al's, he's paralyzed, but he's stable. He's not in any danger.
Is he going to be permanently paralyzed?
I don't know, Renee. You have a good evening.
What a life that boy's had.
That was a weird thing going on with Troy and Lindsay before.
And Nora.
What's the deal?
I don't know. But I'm gonna find out.
So, she said that something big was going to happen.
You remembered?
Is it your mimic of Colin, or is it something else?
Pretty good, huh?
I just took another peek at the bid sheets for our silent auction.
And how are we doing?
We're making more money than we ever thought we would.
All right.
You'll excuse us, won't you? We're the hosts. We have to mingle.
Oh, absolutely.
Having fun?
Not particularly.
Because of Troy and Lindsay?
Because of Troy and Lindsay, what?
Lindsay told me that you were at Troy's loft earlier and that you were having trouble with them being together.
Oh, that's old news.
I thought you'd be, over this by now.
Yeah, well, so did I.
So what's really bothering you about Troy's thing for Lindsay? Is it what Lindsay did to you? Or is it the way Troy still feels about you?
When I ran into David in Mexico, he talked me into a highly speculative investment.
There is nothing speculative about it. That baby's gonna have one heck of a future. Jack is gonna have one heck of a future with or without your little schemes.
Jack! Is that his sweet little name? David just got back from Greece.
Greece. In Mexico? My, you're such a world traveler.
Yes, but I'm hoping to settle down now. Yeah, my point is that you don't know what kind of bugs he might have picked up there. We don't want Jack getting a parasite, a Greek parasite.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Listen, Blair, before you go, I just wanted to say how genuinely happy I am that everything worked out between the two of you after everything that you went through, you know, down there in Mexico.
Well, thank you, David. It was all Todd's doing.
Really, I'm not kidding, Blair. Parasites.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was right to adopt Jack at first, but then Todd talked me into it.
Jack is adopted.
You know that. I mean, you know that we lost our natural son in Mexico.
Well, I'm sorry. I could have sworn Todd told me there's something else.
What did you tell him, Todd?
I told David that the baby was adopted. He must have misunderstood.
What are you really doing here, David?
Oh, well, I was in town, and I just wanted to stop by and see how you two were doing.
Why are you in town?
Why are you so suspicious? We were getting along so well in Mexico.
You're right. You know, Todd, I've never really told you how to run your business.
And I appreciate that.
But I really don't want you having any more deals with David Vickers, all right?
Blair!
He is a loser, and I want you to kick him out of here before Jack does catch one of those parasites.
Okay.
Thank you.
Blair, not even a goodbye?
Shut up, David.
So Blair knows the whole truth, huh? That your baby didn't die in Mexico, that little Jack really isn't yours? Okay, now's the part where you threaten to tell Blair the whole truth? Yes, it certainly is. Unless, of course, you'd like to cut a deal.
Looks like it could be a bumpy night for Natalie.
Yeah. But Natalie is making such an effort. She really is. You know, she was very gracious and said that she was fine with Seth and Jessica being here. I'm not sure I believe her, but still she's trying.
What about you? How do you feel about Seth?
For Jesse's sake, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was kind of hard to forget what he did, how he and Natalie tricked Jessica.
I love this. Look at all the detail. Can you believe somebody actually carved that?
It's pretty incredible. And it's also incredibly expensive. There's no way I could ever buy that for you.
I wasn't asking you to. I was only admiring it.
I know, but I'd still like to be able to buy nice things for you.
Will you stop it? Stop looking at this like it's a store. Think of it as a museum, okay? We're only looking.
All right, you're right. You're right.
Renee, thank you so much for your generous donation. I don't really know how I'll ever show you my appreciation.
Thank you will be enough.
No, it won't.
Trust me.
No, you know, understand, Troy is a wonderful doctor, and because of you, he's going to be able to bring quality health care to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. I mean, someday he may even win a Nobel Prize for his work, and you'll be partially responsible.
Lindsay, you're amazing. You can be even more overbearing when you have a lover than when you don't.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it really is.
Did you know this artist has actually made jewelry for Princess Di, Elizabeth Taylor? By God, Barbara Walters.
Barbara?
No, too bad the bidding has gotten so high on this because I really would have liked to have bid on that myself.
I'm upset about Lindsay and Troy because I don't think Lindsay deserves any happiness after what she did to me.
You told me you were ready to get on with your life.
I'm finding that really hard to do, Sam. I'm just worried that she's going to hurt someone else, like Troy.
You know what I'm worried about?
What?
I'm worried about Troy hurting you.
I know she doesn't love me, at least not yet. But she cares for me. No, I can see it in her eyes, and I'm like, that's a start at least.
I guess it is.
You know, it's sort of weird talking about this with you, but
But what?
the day that Jen and I made love at the quarry, it wasn't just sex.
You sure?
Yes. She loved me that day. And I know that somehow I can get back to that.
And in the meantime, you were willing to be with a girl that doesn't love you.
Dad, why are you being like this? Okay, she will learn to love me. Okay, she doesn't now, but she'll learn, and it'll be okay.
I'm sure she will.
Honest?
Honest. I mean, come on. How could she not fall in love with you?
And you promise not to fire Christian and not to press any criminal or civil charges.
Fine. All right, yeah, whatever you want, son. Whatever you want.
Of course I love you. I'll never stop loving you.
Then why are you running to Al?
Because if I don't, then I'll never be able to live with myself.
Oh, Jen, that's crazy.
No, it's not. The only way I can stop myself from feeling guilty is if I try to make things right.
How? By being with him forever?
Yes.
How does that make it right, Jennifer? How does it make it right for you to be with someone that you don't love for the rest of your life?
I care for Al.
You pity him.
No, I care for him.
That's not the same as love.
I'm doing the right thing.
Not for you. And not for me.
But for Al. And that's what's important right now. So please just take these. And my dad or somebody will just come and get my things. Just take them.
What do you say we go somewhere else a little less awkward for the rest of our date?
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Good. I mean, the art's beautiful and everything, but I don't think either of us are gonna be purchasing anything. And I'd much rather have a burger and fries than those appetizers.
I also feel like we're ruining Natalie's time a little.
All right, so let's go. I'll get our coats.
Troy's not gonna hurt me. He's not Colin, Sam.
Lindsay said that when you were over there, you were trying to make sure he knew exactly what he was getting into with her.
Well,
You've got to let it go, Nora.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but have either of you seen Lindsay?
She's right there.
How could I have missed her?
Hey.
Hey.
Can I get you something?
Ooh, just this.
Can I get you something else?
Well, I can think of one or two things. I just wanted to thank you for making me happy. And I wanted to thank you for tonight.
It's my pleasure to make you happy. And may I also add, the pleasure is just beginning.
Well, that's good, because there is one other thing that could make me even happier.
What?
You can answer a question for me. A question that'll prove to me that you're the woman that I suspect you are.
I'm gonna make it up to you, Bo. All the trouble I caused.
You know, I got a lot that I gotta do here. I gotta make some phone calls.
Start by giving you something that you know that I love. This is the real deed to my lodge. This one is valid, not like the one you got at the reading of my will. We had some pretty good times up there, didn't we, son?
Yeah. You know, I went up to the lodge right after you died. And I remembered all the good times that we had up there. And then, of course, I did find those pills that you were hoping that I would find, the ones that were laced with poison.
There is no better investigator than you are, Bo.
You still don't get it. You used me to get back at Max and Gabrielle.
Let me ask you. When you thought I was dead, did you ever say to yourself, I just wish Pa could walk through that door? Well, here I am.
Yeah, here you are.
Yep. And you should be happy.
Yeah, well, I'll try to remember that.
Bo, don't you see? I had to die to protect myself from Max and Gabrielle. They were going to kill me. I had no other choice.
You did. See? You could have come to me. I would have protected you. Why didn't you trust me?
You want to make a deal? Okay. You leave now, never to return, and I promise that I won't come after you for trying to wreck my family. That sounds good. Assuming you give me $1 million. No. You've already seen all the money from me you're ever going to see. Why, isn't your family worth $1 million to you, Todd? What my family is worth to me is more than your sick little mind could fathom. Then why does it even matter? It's not like you worked for your money. Oh, you're just jealous, Vickers. You always have been. Yes, and you wanted my money, you wanted my name, and I've got them both. I've got it all now. I've got a family for whatever reason I want to hold on to. And I'm not going to let anybody screw that up, especially not you. You think $1 million was too much? You know, I'm willing to negotiate. Okay. Want to hear my counteroffer? Okay.
Are you sure this is a good idea? Yes, it's a great idea. I want to be sitting up when Jen gets here. Maybe go for a walk or a roll.
Did you say when she was coming back?
No, not exactly. She just said that she'd be back later.
So I suppose you don't want me sticking around.
Well, now that you mention it.
Yeah, got it. Okay, fine. Yeah. All right, listen, it doesn't matter what I said before. I think you being with Jen is the best thing could have happened to you.
Yeah, me too.
And listen, I'm going home, so if you need anything, I mean, if you want to talk or anything, just feel free. I mean, it doesn't matter how late.
Thanks a lot, Dad. Come on, Jen. Don't let me down.
No, we can't do this.
What am I going to do without you, Jen?
You'll be fine. We both will. Don't.
So this is it, isn't it?
I didn't come to you, Bo, because I didn't want to bother you.
No, you didn't come to me because you didn't want to admit that the only reason that you married Gabrielle is so that she would help you frame Max Holden for murder.
Does this make you feel good acting so high and mighty like this?
And then you didn't want to tell me that after you found out that she and Max fell for each other again, that you decided to frame both of them.
You're right. I didn't want to tell you about that. Because, my friend, you would not understand.
Oh, I understand. I understand perfectly.
and a pig's eye. You don't understand why I do anything. And you never will. Because you don't want to. Everything I do is for the good of my family.
No, everything you do is for the good of Asa Buchanan. And I'm not going to play that game with you anymore. Here, you can keep the lodge. I don't want it.
Fine, fine. I'd rather turn it into a damn shopping mall anyway.
Well, fine. Now you can get out of my house.
No, you can't throw me out. I'm leaving. My own choice, Bo.
So Seth's getting our coats. Can you tell my mom I said goodbye?
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just think it would be better if Seth and I left for Natalie.
You sure you don't want to say goodbye to your mother yourself?
She's only gonna try and convince me to stay. Trust me, this will be a lot easier.
All right, yeah, I get it.
Thank you. What's that?
Hey, what happened to the Natsuki?
The what?
The little Japanese sculpture that was here.
I don't know. Someone probably bought it.
Oh.
And who do you suspect that I am?
I suspect that you're the woman that can make all my dreams come true.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And as I get to know you better and better, I have a feeling you're only going to make me happier and happier.
Well, I'm gonna do my best. What is that?
Open it and find out. Go ahead. Lindsay Rappaport, will you marry me?
Todd, stop it. Nobody is going to take my family away from you. Not you, not ever. Because you're going to be dead, David. Do you hear what I'm saying? You'll be dead. And when you're dead, you won't be able to bother Blair or tell her about any baby.